week, 5 people need to like it. Next, writing offers that get accepted. Now, there's a lot of markets right now where we have listings that are sitting. There's a lot of markets right now where there's 5, 6, 7-way multiple offers happening. So what I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to talk about pricing with precision, avoiding pricing with emotion. See, it almost goes into like that psychology piece. So before we're writing an offer, one of the number one things that I think that agents fall apart on is we aren't studying the comps like a pro. We're kind of going in there looking at these homes in a vacuum. So before any offers are getting written, what we like to do is we actually complete a full CMA for the home we're about to write an offer on. So before we submit an offer, we give the gift of context. So we sit down with our buyers and actually say, it's not just about, all right, so I want to offer $675 on this home. Okay, great. Let me tell you why we can put this offer together and it makes sense. Let me tell you why this offer, we can put it together, but it's not. And we actually go through a complete CMA with every property before we write an offer. The thing that we do is we have never, ever submitted an offer without talking to the listing agent first. Some listing agents will play their hands super close to their chest. What we found is we work very collaboratively with agents in our community. So what I found is, and this is a thing, and I will challenge anybody who says it's not, price isn't always the number one determining factor. Sometimes it's dates. What I found in some markets that we've been in is like having a longer completion date is so critical because you might be dealing with a seller that doesn't have a place to go yet. So what we've done in our offers is we've actually built in like longer completion dates. We've built in rent back clauses. So the seller actually ended up renting for 6 months the home from the buyer. So we've built in all these little pieces. But how did we build those in? Well, we built those in by having a conversation with the listing agent before we just shot an email into their inbox or like, hey, offer inbound. So it's really important, have that conversation with the listing agent prior to sending an offer. The other thing that we do, and I talked a little bit about this when we wrapped up last week, was a sweetheart letter. Now, this is like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If there was a silver bullet or a magic pill I could give you that would work every time in real estate, I'd be a trillionaire. But this is something that we do in both competitive and non-competitive situations where we actually give a little bit of a background and a narrative about our buyers, and that goes into our package. So it goes into the offer package, and I'll walk you through and show you exactly what I put in the buyers in the package. I'm even going to give you the template that I use. So I want you to take this whole session with a grain of salt, because I always have people in these sessions, well, that doesn't work in my market. I'm not allowed to do that here. This state, I can't do that. This county, I can't do that. This country, I can't do that. Well, again, every market is different. So I can only walk you through and show you what's worked in my market. And then I will position you this way and say, hey, talk to your managing broker, find out what is allowed in common practice in yours. Every single market is different. For example, what I can do here is different than what I can do 45 minutes south of where I live, which is night and day from the other side of the country. So please take this with a grain of salt. I don't know every single person's market. So don't everybody be jumping down my throat at the same time. Sharice, put your hand up.
You answered. I was just going to say in Georgia, you can only have a 2-month temporary occupancy.
There you go.
Based on, other than that, then it becomes an investor loan. So that's all I was going to ask you about that, but you answered it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's different in every single market. There's going to be different clauses, different like things you can say, like that in some markets is 2 months. I know in some markets in Florida, it's 6. So there's all these different like subtle nuances based on where you are. But the major point being is, wow, Nico, you all right, dog? Like you're like right in on that thing. Holy geez. Wow. All right. Okay. So are you watching me through like a mail slot or something? So the point being is that have the conversation with your managing broker before you just say Joe said. As much as I would love to put you in real estate jail, that's not what I'm here for. Lacey, you got your hand up.
Yeah, so I have a potential buyer who's interested in a condo on B Street, like in Victoria, and
Yep.
she wants to use it as an investment property, but it's currently tenanted, and the tenant is only paying $900 a month for rent. And so I'm
Wow.
finding with her, yeah, she's really interested in it, but she doesn't want to have to move into it herself. Um, so we've kind of gone back, like we've looked at it twice. Like she is very interested, but now she's kind of ghosting just because of the tenant. And I don't know, how would you navigate that?
That's a really great question. So again, like there's only because so sorry that your buyer wants to move in. She wants like vacant possession, correct?
Yeah, like she herself doesn't want to move in. She wants to use it as an investment property, but because it's
Right.
tenanted, and yeah, the
Right.
tenant is
So
only, like the current tenant is only paying $900 a month, and
right. So
obviously, like it's, yeah,
so basically she either wants like vacant possession so she can put a new renter in, or
yes,
no, or number two, she wants that tenant paying what fair market rate is.
exactly, yeah,
Okay, got it. So tenancy rules in BC are like super, super funky. And they're always evolving and changing. And they unfortunately they never favor the landlord. So I would say in this case, like I forget what the percentage is that you can raise every year. But again, you could be looking, I mean, theoretically, you could get like vacant possession, but it's like what, 6 months or something like that. Like it's something crazy. I don't remember what the number is. It's been a while since I've been in the like the writing, basically evicting tenants. Double check with your managing broker. I'd even call Lane, and Lane will tell you exactly what needs to happen. But there's no reason that she should be ghosting just based on that. What that might tell you is that maybe this just isn't quite the right unit for her.
right, okay.
Like, is there any other units that she's seen that she's liked? Like, have you started working out like cap rates or anything for any other units?
We've looked at a few, but she just likes that building in particular, and we've looked at another unit in that building, and she didn't like it as much as this
Okay.
particular one.
So
Yeah.
what is it about this unit that stands out?
It's been updated a bit. It's got a lot of natural light. Um, yeah, it's more well kept than the other one we saw.
Okay.
In the building, she just likes this building because of the location mostly.
Okay, got it. And then the other unit, was it owner occupied or was it tenanted?
It was owner occupied.
Owner occupied. Okay. So what would be fair market rent for the one that was owner occupied?
I feel like that, like probably at least, I don't know, 1900 a
Okay.
month.
So
I'm
again,
not entirely sure, to be
so for
completely
somebody
honest.
who's looking at it from like an investment perspective,
Mhm.
I'd say that the other unit would actually make a little bit more sense. There'd be less red tape. It's worth going in and looking at it again. And I think that if you can get it and you can get fair market rate, which is I'd say 1900 to 2100 per month, that might actually end up being a better, safer investment. And then the money that she's making off that, bank some of that for future upgrades.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that helps a little bit.
No,
I know
absolutely.
no clear cut answer, but I'd be looking at like cap rate and then just what's the pain in the ass factor. So I would go
Okay.
in and say like, hey, like if I'd say, hey, I've got some new information for you. So I basically, number one, I'd call Lane, double check on what those on what the current tenancy rules are in
Right.
terms of eviction.
Okay.
Because again, I know there's also only certain things that you can evict for. The rules are always changing. So I would say go find out what the current tenancy restrictions are for Victoria, number one. Number two, second thing I would do is I'd start working out the cap rates. So even if you grab this unit right now that's currently on the market with like, again, a cap rate of like 19 to 2100, that's what you're going to be getting at it per month. Being able to move somebody in right away and have a footprint in the building could be the best way of looking at it. Maybe you're able to get this a little bit cheaper, might be able to flip it in the next year or so, upgrade the unit, who knows. Plus with the
Okay.
additional amount that she's getting in rent, basically, what is it? Save 10 to 15% of that month over month, and that could cover the entire renovation in about 2 years' time.
Right. Okay. No, that's really helpful.
So-
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Lacey. All right, so there you go. All right, so I'm just going to move forward. Okay, so offers will get accepted. So again, always double check with your managing broker. Like every single real estate board's different. Every council's going to be different, let alone every country, every state. So please double check.